Are you gonna listen to the move?
I've been out the loop since '09.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back to get at that, though.
Check this. I'm at the motherfucking house last night. Guess what the fuck I see?
What you see?
Shamika, what's up?
Fuck you think you fucking with? It's Maxwell, bitch.
Fuck you in them shoes.
Bitch, I'm about to stalk you with these shoes.
I thought I told you to get a jump to Crazy D.
I did give it to Crazy D. You know D, you must have seen money in that. You know he used to produce those nudie DVDs.
Fuck you, thin man. I know you did it.
Don't let your mouth write a check, cause I will take it out on your ass. Damn, man. You serious?
I don't appreciate being roughed up by men. Or should I say, male bitches.
Yeah, you gonna work out.
And we look for young ladies like you to host them.
I look like somebody that can host your videos.
That's right. So go change, cause we ain't got all day.
Get off the house.
Really good, though. Don't do all that bullshit.
Crazy. What the hell? How you in my room?
Here's the thing about your movie, why I made the curator's pick of the Hollywood Fringe. Community, heart,
What's going on, people? Welcome to another great episode of TFR Podcast Live, or hashtag TFR Podcast Live presents Observations, right? And let me bring in my co-host as I do this arrangement. There we go. Let's bring in my special co-host. I'm Crazy D, and of course I have my special guest host, Tanya M. Congress. It's my sister, y'all. How you feeling today? How you feeling today this morning?
I'm doing very well. I was up early today. I was up a couple of times during the night, but it didn't really hinder my sleep too much. I was up early, had my face on early and everything.
All right, a little more information than needed just this morning. Okay, right.
Well,
right.
no,
So
let me.
Go ahead.
Let me just make that clear. I don't go on any kind of way. You know how, I don't know if your mother's, those of you ladies who are listening, my mother always told me, don't ever leave out the house without your makeup on and all that stuff. And if you can tell, I don't wear a whole lot of heavy stuff, just enough to accent. But my mother always told me that, so I have to keep that tight every day.
Yes, that's true. You have to keep it tight every day. No doubt about that. So we appreciate that you're here to keep it tight. All right, people. So we just started the watch party, I believe. Anyway, we have a great show. Our show for today is about liberty, or should I say life, liberty, and the pursuit of life, liberty, and the pursuit of. And what pursuit are we talking about? Are we talking about happiness? But of course we're talking about happiness, right? And as I go through and I populate here, tell us what you feel your definition of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is as we get started, Tanya.
Basically, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness is basically about freedoms.
Now they got you going in and out as soon as you get ready to start talking.
Hindrance.
Wait a minute. As soon as you get to start talking, They got you going in and out, and your picture is lost. Now your picture's back. Hopefully your vocal is ready. Your intro vocal was good, but you know how they do. So let's try again. Here we go.
And definition of life, liberty, and is basically free to live in the society of other people.
Okay,
I
wait a
see
minute.
the
Wait.
camera's gone out again.
I
Live
don't know what they're doing. You know, we're doing hashtag TFR Podcast Live OB Observations, our opinions on things. Why is it that every time we get started, it's always something like this? Drop out and come back in.
I'm gonna go all the way out and go
drop
back
out
in.
and come back in. This is unbelievable, people. We cannot get a fresh start without some shenanigans from those who don't want the information pressed out there. So we take it in stride and we take it easy. It slows us down on our opening and getting started. But you know what though? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because guess what? We're not going to worry about it. All right. Let's try this again. Are you on? Can we hear you now? Try something. Say something now. Can you hear me? I can hear you now. Okay, go ahead. So what does life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness mean to you?
For me, basically, it is freedoms. Freedoms to live in the society in which you share with other people without hindrance to that pursuit. That means that you have the autonomy to pursue life. That is all things that pertain to the sustenance of life, the living of what you call life, the building of your life, the living of your life. Liberty is basically what it is. It's liberty it's freedom. Liberty itself is freedom. Freedom without hindrance. Freedom without censorship. Freedom without, being told how to live in your freedom. And then the pursuit of happiness, once you get through those other things, the pursuit of happiness is the things that are relative to you. The things that's relative to your giftings, your callings, the things that fulfill you on a day-to-day basis, and just the things that you contribute from your person that fulfill other people as well are the pursuits of happiness. So we were institution.
Wow, let me say that is so close to the dictionary definition that we will take that. We want to shout out to Tamika Davis. She's up here watching this morning. Of course, Tracy Latrice is watching this morning. You know what I mean? That is so close to what the dictionary definition of what we're talking about is, that you cannot ask for more than that, right? But first of all, let's take a detour. Let's take a detour for a minute, because there is congratulations coming. There's congratulations coming. Did you know? Did you know, people? Wait a minute now. There is congratulations coming. Did you know? Let me put this up right here. Did you know that our president, number 45. Some people don't want to admit that he's their president. But did you know that the president, number 45, has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 2021 for his work in uniting Israel and the United Arab Emirates, bringing peace to the Middle East. What do you have to say to that as we get started? Speaking of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Now, as many people who will not want to admit this and probably not even aware of it, I mean, first of all, this is absolutely hilarious within the context of how the media is going to go on their feet sometime today. I'm going to be waiting for it. But besides that, there have been talks and rumors, and actually it's a fact that President Trump does identify as a believer, as a Christian, right? And that might not mean much to a lot of people, depending on where you sit. But if you do identify with that as a religion, then there are certain concerns or certain things that would be of particular importance. So making peace, bringing peace to the Middle East and having the ability to be able to do that is very much a biblical concern, and very much a biblical principle, and one that I have not seen during my times of paying attention to presidents over the years that I've been here. So this has been a major accomplishment, and it is one to be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. And we have to get to a point where we're able to see things for what they are, see people for who and what they are, not for who we're being told that they are, but their works. In scripture, Christ told the Pharisees, if you don't believe me, then believe me for my works. If you don't believe me for who I say I am, then believe for my works. So this is one of those things where that should be the goal of everyone, to be able to judge people by their works, not by what you're being told the works are. You have to go and research and see what's going on here. And as these days approach, some of you are going to be really some of you, it's going to be a mixed crowd, because some of you are going to be angry because you're not going to want to acknowledge some of the things that he's done. Some of you are going to feel kind of played because you allow the media to manipulate you on a regular basis, and you just went with what was told to you. So some of y'all are going to feel kind of played, but don't feel bad, because that's a lesson to continue in life, not to just take what you've been spoon fed, okay, from the media. So that's a good, valuable lesson. But I think that this is a good thing, and I think that as we get closer to the election, we're going to find out more things that were not reported by the media, but that are true and verifiable, that speaks to, paints a different picture of the current president.
Here, 213-943-3358. We are simulcasting on Periscope. We are simulcasting on Vimeo. We are simulcasting on the Film Review, Movies, Music, Culture, Politics, Society page on FB, also on Crazy on Dion on FB, and the link is sent over to Tanya, I believe, so she should have it. If not, it's in your inbox. And also on the Film Review Live channel on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and share this show, because we're going to be dropping down lots of information like we do every day. Now, the show yesterday, we showed you where the media clipped up pieces and made it sound like Donald J. Trump was saying something different than what he was saying, that had to do with race issues, with what happened a couple of years back with the Tiki Torch having people, and we told you that. And maybe you didn't listen to us, right? Let me tell you something about 213-943-3358. 213-943-3358. Let me tell you something about the Poppin' Fresh. Good morning, Tracy. The Poppin' Fresh. We have been, my wife and I have been in the business of registering people to vote since we were 18, 19 years old, right? out there fighting the power, as it was called then, when it was pro-blackness, and now it's supposedly consciousness, but I don't know how conscious people are, because you got to be able to move your consciousness forward, come from out the mindset of the hamster wheel and get to your mind state. So we have been doing it, so we're not popping fresh. We go back to Clinton and registering to vote people ever since then. That's 31 years, right? Well, it's going to be 31 years next year. I'm putting myself up a little bit because I'm 49 now. That's 30 years. Next year, 31 years of doing this while people were out there playing, dancing in the club. I was registering people to vote, kicking this science about pro-blackness and being about your neighborhood and building up your neighborhood and using the vote strategically to get that done. Strategically to get that done. One more time. Strategically to get it done. Meaning that we're not going to, once you come to realization, you're not going to just vote for one party because you can see that that one party is not good for you. Okay? But at this point, neither party is good, so you pull your vote and wait. So we're saying that unequivocally at the top of this. So while people were out there selling that little pebble, I didn't sell that little pebble. I was out there registering people to vote, doing my hip hop thing. Hip hop, pressing the message through the music. While people were out there just doing whatever they wanted to do. They were drinking and smoking and having a party and having a good time. We were on the political. And now that we come into this era right here and looking at what's happening, and possibly many people were looking at that yesterday and saying, well, I don't care if he didn't say it. I just don't like him. Or why don't you like him if he didn't say those things and we showed you where the media was fault in giving you bad information to write a narrative about a person? Why wouldn't you then be able to go back and process, catch, analyze, and be able to retain and then shoot when necessary the information that says that what you thought was not. Matter of fact, our episode 130 this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the Film Review Live channel, #TFRPodcastLive. We're going to be talking about what is versus what the media tells you what is. What is versus what the media is reporting, right? That's what we're going to be talking about. And we're going to be reviewing quite a few movies in rapid succession like we've been doing. So you want to tune in this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. However, getting back to #TFRPodcastLive OB, observations, our opinions on what we see, facts that we see, and then you go out and you research and you get off that hamster wheel, get off that mindset, and get to the mind state where you create your world. And you use and utilize those who may not be good for you, but their policies may be good for you. So now, we showed you all that, and just like as if it was clockwork, here comes Donald Trump being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. The guy that talks rough and gruff and harsh on the Twitter, but then turns around and gets things done like the Israel and United Arab Emirates agreement, which is basically the Middle East, which makes all the other Middle Eastern Arabs and Ottoman Turks and all the different people want to come and join in and finally recognize Israel. No matter what you believe about that or think about that, he got it done where no one else. Remember, they were laughing at Jared Kushner Remember they were laughing. No, wait. We have to break in. I have to help people to remember. They have to remember. Right? Do you remember when they were laughing? Yes, sir. They sure were laughing. They were laughing at Donald Trump. They said that he would never be president. Are you going to go down that same rabbit hole with the people who do not understand politics, but they're only going by what they wish will happen? Remember this? This was when Trump was running after he came down the escalator. Remember this?
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Now you remember that. Now I remember that particular dinner, correspondence dinner, and he was sitting there and I said, he's a Gemini. He's a Gemini. He's not going to take that too kindly. And right there at that table, if he had any doubt that he was or wasn't going to run, he made his decision right there at the table. Remember Obama? President Obama got up there and was joking, and he just sat there with that stern look, that same stern look. Look at that stern look. If you ever see, I'm gonna tell you, if you ever see a Gemini, if you ever see a Kanye West or a Donald Trump or any Gemini that you know that is a bona fide Gemini, and they sit there and they have that stern look on their face, you have just gotten in trouble. Let's watch again.
Since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
You see that there is no laugh. See, I often say, because I'm a Gemini, and I say when I'm laughing, I'm serious. I can be laughing, joking with you, saying what I'm going to say, but I'm serious. When I'm not laughing and I'm talking to you, I am as serious as a full-blown Michael Jackson cardiac arrest. As serious as a Michael Jackson full cardiac arrest. How serious was that? 57? Out of here. Out of here. That's how serious it is. When you see a Gemini sitting there with that stern look, you are in, or you can, if you see Ice Cube standing there with that stern look, or you see a Clint Eastwood standing there with that stern look, have you ever looked at the accomplishments of Geminis? Think of all of the Geminis that you've known of. If you see Prince standing there with that stern look on his face, if he's smiling but he's telling you something, he's serious. If he's not telling you, if he's telling you something and he's not smiling, it's deadly serious. This man sat there, everyone laughed around. They said, oh, ho, 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 it's a joke. They went, ooh, ooh. He sat there serious, see? And it's one thing that you know about Geminis is it doesn't matter what people think. When you have studied and looked at a situation long enough, your opinion or your thought process, because it's all opinions until people go research the facts and find out and say, hey, maybe I should get off the hamster wheel, the mindset that they have me in like a drone, and have me get off of that and open up my mind and have my mind state and not my mindset that was given to me. What is education is about? What is education about? Education is a organized place that teaches you, and hopefully those teachings will help bring out your natural talents inside. That's what we're talking about: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Let's continue with this. So look at this again. It's very important. You always have to tell people, Dale Carnegie, you always have to tell people 3 times so they can get it. All you have to do is go back and listen to our shows, and you could have seen this coming, and we knew nothing about it. But here it is. Nobel Peace Prize nominee for 2021, Donald Trump, for his peace accord in the Middle East. Come on. The only president talked, so many talked, but none delivered. So let's get through this package real quick.
Since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
We better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on. Sorry to laugh.
They kicked us off all together, but we came back. Now I got to do some scrambling real quick because they kicked us off, and our timing will be off now. They kicked us off, so I need to go back and grab this real quick. They kicked us off. I can't believe it. They kicked us off of everything. Everything got kicked off. Unbelievable.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Everything got kicked off except for Blog Talk, so that's good. Go ahead.
So you sent me the link in my messenger, right? And I have all of the verbiage, but the link is hidden. So I was not able to copy the link to put it on the timeline because the link itself is hidden, but all the rest of the verbiage for the broadcast is there. This is getting to be very, let me look into the camera because things like this, they really get my goal going. Let me look into the camera. Those of you who are hell-bent on frustrating the purpose of this broadcast do not understand that you're dealing with a different breed of people here. The more that you push, the more that you antagonize, that's actually fuel for the fire around these parts. All it does is gives us more determination to bring forth what needs to be brought forth. Why? Because you and your wickedness are proving and showing us that we are giving information that is beneficial to the people to wake them up, and you're not going to have such an easy time leading people to the slaughter like you have been doing. Okay, so we're going to get this back on track with the different platforms that we have, and we can play this game as long as you want to play this game. We got a lot of life to go. We can play this as long as you want to play it. Okay, we can play it. Just you can look in my eyes and see if this is something you want to keep pursuing.
It's real crazy as we were putting together and putting the point across, but that's okay because we're going to keep it moving, keep it fresh. Fresh is so clean, and keep this moving. Let me go back to what's happening here. I need to go in. I need to bring this up. All right. So the one come up now is not going to have. Oh wow. Okay.
So now you're sounding like a transformer on my end.
Okay. So we're back up. We've got 2 watching. I don't know what happened with Vimeo and the other, but we've got 3 people watching. It picked back up, And so let me make sure this here, make sure that we're on. All right.